Okay, I'm walking in the house. The stop work order is still on the front door for the HVAC stop work order in terms of pulling permits. I would assume they haven't pulled permits or they would have pulled this stop work order off. This is the foyer, front of the house. I mean, there's some paint work has been done, but it's certainly not finished paint work by any means. You can see, I mean, the baseboard, which again is just 1x6 trim. It's not finished painted. It's not finish coated by any means. They have, looks like, painted the walls in places, but I mean, there's, you know, drywall holes and other things that they certainly haven't fixed at all. There's unpainted trim here at the front door. This is the living room in the front of the house. It does look like, again, they've finish coated the walls, but certainly the trim itself is not finish coated. I mean, and just the quality of the trim boards in general, it's just 1x6 pine board that they put up. So there's no quarter round anywhere on the wood floor in the house. I don't know if they're planning on using it, but I mean, you got, you know, large gaps from the trim in places where it doesn't meet the floor. They certainly need some trim board. Here we are in the kitchen. I mean, again, the kitchen cabinets are pretty low quality. Hopefully you can see, I mean, the paint job on the cabinets is very poor. I don't know if they've painted it since the last flip guys here, but I mean, it's just not a quality coat of paint. It's certainly not clear coated or anything after that. I mean, the countertop is just a Formica countertop. It's just a single top. I mean, to me, if you wanted to redo this kitchen, I'm guessing you could probably do, it's not a lot of cabinets. It does look like there should be an island below these lights right here, and there's plenty of room for an island in there. I think you could probably redo the kitchen cabinets for about $2,500 to $3,000, and then probably a couple thousand for a nice granite top right where the sink is, and then a second granite top on the island for in the 2,000 range. So for $5,000, I certainly think you could redo the kitchen pretty nicely. This is where the refrigerator is going to sit over here. I mean, again, you've got, it looks like they have finish coated the walls, but in general, the baseboard trim, it's not painted, it's not finished. There's no quarter round. Under the kitchen cabinets, I mean, they've just nailed some toe kick up there. It doesn't match the wood flooring. There's no trim in this area. Again, I don't know if the refrigerator is going on this side, and if it is, it's going to leave a hole next to it. And then there's another cabinet over here on the other side, like for a refrigerator. I don't know if there was supposed to be a cabinet and countertop over on this side. I can't answer that. Into the dining room here. I mean, again, the walls are finish coated, but I mean, the trim in general doesn't look to be real high quality. Like I said, there's no quarter round anywhere. There's plenty of spaces where the baseboard doesn't meet the wood flooring. Back into the laundry room here. And the laundry room's pretty finished. I don't see a huge problem. Here, there is a smoke detector missing up in the Ceiling, I mean, again, just the quality of the baseboard back here. There's no toe kick. You know, plenty of areas where the floor dips and the baseboard doesn't touch down, and you know, it definitely needs toe kick at a minimum. Here is your just 1x4 casing around the back door. You know, a piece of casing is split and they just painted over it. You know, where the casing doesn't meet around the hinges, it just looks pretty poor here and here. Bathroom back here. Again, we've finished painted. Same thing here, just the issue probably with the baseboard. They obviously set the toilet before they painted, so they just painted around the toilet. It's not painted behind the toilet. The water is still not on. The gas the gas company says they set the meter. I've turned a couple faucets and the water's not on. I don't know what the issue, if it's what it is, but I'm not getting water on, so I can't tell if that's finished. We're also missing a bath vent in the ceiling here in this half bath. Gonna walk upstairs now. Again, we've got smoke detectors that are missing in several areas of the ceiling. We still have some dips in the flooring and places where they haven't shored up the flooring at all. Thermostat is not set, it's just hanging. I would assume they're probably putting a different thermostat up there, but they haven't done that yet. I'm gonna walk up the stairway. Again, I mean, they just painted the newels and the handrail and everything. They didn't sand anything down. I mean, just the quality of the woodwork everywhere in this house is pretty poor, from the baseboard to the stair rails. I mean, boards on the stairs, they didn't caulk before they paint them. They just painted them. Stairs are carpeted. Walls are painted. Looks like they have carpeted upstairs. I'm gonna walk into the master bedroom. Master bedroom looks painted, looks in pretty good shape. Light fixture is there. Can lights are working. I mean, just probably the same issue we have in places. Just the quality of the baseboard itself. The 1x6 just is not a great look. Walking into the master bath, we've got these little louvered plastic doors. I mean, they're about as cheap a plastic as you're gonna find, Rocky. I mean, that's what the doors to the master bath are just this cheap, again, like foldable plastic door. They really don't slide very well. They certainly don't look very well. Master bath appears pretty good and finished. It is painted. I mean, again, the baseboard in general is a huge problem. Did not caulk the baseboard before they paint it. Did not make sure the miters fit together. Certainly, I mean, this baseboard here hasn't even been nailed to the wall properly. It's certainly not caulked. Master bath shower does look nice. It's a nice tiled shower. They've got the shower head up. They do not have the shower valve in general. Master vanity, double vanities in. Looks to be finished. It's pretty good quality. I wouldn't worry about these cabinets. Again, the water's not turned on. Whether that's whose issue, I don't know. I can't answer that. Master closet here. There is no baseboard installed in the closet anywhere. There's carpet already put down with no baseboard. no casing around the door. I mean, again, it's finish painted in here, but there's no trim to speak of in the closet. I'm gonna walk into the other 2 bedrooms. There is, again, there's still some other trim that's not painted in here. Missing smoke detectors. Out into the hallway. Hallway, again, looks pretty decent. The walls are painted. The trim, as you can see, is still the 1x and just not quality trim. Again, not quality painting. They didn't caulk the trim in most places. They just painted it. They didn't caulk it to the wall, anything like that. Second bedroom here, same thing. We're painted out here. I would just say issues with baseboard, just overall quality of baseboard. You know, in some places it's caulked, in some places it's not caulked. Just the overall quality of the baseboard is probably the biggest issue here. We got an HVAC vent from the wall or from the ceiling that's hanging down, not mounted properly. Walking into the upstairs second bathroom. We've got a toilet that's not set. We've got trim that's not finished. We've got a wall that's not completely mudded in. I mean, certainly the shower wall, while it's drywalled, it's not sanded, it's not finished drywall. It's still pretty rough. This whole half wall here that they've put in next to the shower, it's just not finished drywall wise. Tub is installed. I don't see any quarter round or anything where the floor meets the tub. Tub itself looks pretty good, nice tile. The faucets are on, the shower head's on. Same thing, the vanity faucet or vanity counter and cabinet are in. Good quality on this. I wouldn't worry about replacing it. Again, we've got no water in here. And walking to the last bedroom here, same thing as the other bedrooms in terms of missing smoke detector. We are finish painted. Again, just trim, cleanup of paint is what I would probably say in general about this bedroom. Wall plates in places are not finished. So I'm going to walk down to the basement now, and that should be the last area that we need to look at. Again, this closet under the door, under the stairway, I'm sorry, it's the closet right off the front hall, under the stairway. It's never been drywalled. I mean, why not? I have no idea, but I would assume it's supposed to be a coat closet or something, why they never drywalled it, and now again, it doesn't have finished flooring, it doesn't have finished drywall, it doesn't have, obviously, trim, anything like that. So, walking down to the basement. The basement looks about like it's looked virtually every time that I've been down here. I mean, there's still some debris in places. They did close off this coal chute or whatever, but I do not see any, I certainly don't see any posts. When I'm at the, I guess I see one post here underneath the stairway, but when I met the structural engineer, he specifically pointed out a few areas that needed posts and this and that. One that's right here as you come